Hi there, Capricorn. How are you? We're going to get started on your psychic tarot reading. Let's begin by choosing a tarot deck. I think I want to use this one. I used it for, I believe, Cancer. Yeah, I used it for Cancer yesterday, and I want to use it with you. This is the Hillbilly Tarot, by the way, the Hillbilly Tarot. Okay, Capricorn, how's it going, my dear? Let's begin by taking a look at the present moment. What is going on? What is happening? There is a uncomfortable feeling that I'm getting of like being not in the best. There's like an ache in my heart, okay? Yeah, there's an ache in my heart. There's this sadness, but then there's this resentment there as well that I'm picking up from just connecting with you, my dear Capricorn. What's going on in the present moment, Holy Spirit? Let's see what is going on in the present moment with my dear Capricorn. Let's see what's going on in the present moment. What is the overall energy? What is happening? We have the mill. And it kind of, in a way, goes, it does. I see this connected to what I was feeling. You see how there's a mill there? So when I see a mill, I think about emotions that you have that take your energy and take effort in for you to like process. So that's what it feels like. It feels like there's feelings, okay? If you could think about it like this, like the water there. Those are your feelings. And you see the power that is needed, like how the wheel is turning. That is energy I'm hearing that you're having to exert at the present moment. It's like with this mill, it's like you need to just get it started. You need to get it moving, and then once it starts flowing, that's it all. It's like that's all you have to do. So for many of you, this is I believe, the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like you find yourself at this moment going through certain cycles in your life that are putting you, I'm hearing, in situations where you're able to release, I'm hearing, but first process certain feelings deep within you. And I feel like at the present moment, you're dealing with a particular situation that is it's helping you do that. In particular, I feel like this is a situation, whatever's going on, whatever feelings you're dealing with, make you upset, make you uncomfortable. And I feel like you have been in this position before. You have felt this before. And I'm hearing, and that's where the resentment kind of comes in of like, okay, like you're making me feel this way too. Perhaps it's not being thought of or processed in that matter, but that's just kind of like what I'm getting, the Wheel of Fortune. I see this as like is this a very good thing, guys? Because I'm hearing it's an emotional processing that is happening right now. Perhaps that you guys are learning to do. Very much needed is what I'm getting. We have the Queen of country music. Maybe there's somebody that likes country music or likes music in general. Is this Dolly Parton? I think it is. This is the Queen of Cups. And then here we have the Two of Swords. All right. I feel like I feel like this is you, Capricorn, but this again could be another individual, especially for those of you that are experiencing these things, these feelings that I'm describing with another person. And well, this could be them, but I'm going to read it as if it was you. With this Queen of Cups here and this Two of Swords, it says peace. I feel like you are trying to do your best not to create any more, perhaps, chaos, any more problems, any more tension, any more suffering than what is already being experienced. I feel like with the Two of Swords, you, my dear Capricorn, somebody here is really wanting to keep the peace, regardless, I'm hearing, of what is happening, what has happened. The Two of Swords does talk about something being blocked, as well as a lack of information, a sense of indecision. So I feel like all of those, all of that is significance, is a factor here. And with the Queen of Cups, I feel like you're handling this situation to your best of your ability. You're staying emotionally contained, while at the same time, I'm hearing processing these feelings that are that are being brought up. And I'm hearing, and that's very good, because it's allowing you to handle this situation even when you don't know exactly, I'm hearing, what's going on, in the right way. And what is the right way? I feel like the right way is just maintaining, again, the peace, the harmony between another person in a certain environment, situation. Queen of Cups and the Two of Swords. I also feel like there's a lot of things changing between you and another person. Things could be maybe a little bit up in the air. There's a lot of new cycles that are that are ending and that are starting. I'm hearing both in your life and in another person's life. I'm hearing, which just makes, amps the uncertainty in this entire thing. There could be somebody that really likes jewelry or accessories. Maybe they like showing off their shoulders a little bit. There's this Queen of Cups here, this Queen of Country music. Overall, I feel like this is a relationship, a connection that you very much, treasure with this Queen of Cups. I feel like you're being incredibly understanding. And when that happens, guys, is when you do that, when it's your first instinct, we could say, to feel that way, to do this, is when you really care about somebody. It's somebody important. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, guys, we have, right now I heard the Cancer card. This is the Chariot, and it's called the blockader, guys. So you see what's happening here? Do you see why it's called the blockader? Because this dude right here, you see how they're driving in the middle of the road? And well, there's a car back here that is getting closer, and this blockader here, if you can imagine, is not going to allow this car back here to pass. So they're going to block. You see, they're right in the middle. You get to the left, get to the right, but they're right there in the middle. The blockader. So for many of you here, we have, for many of you, there's a particular person, something, okay, doesn't have to be a person, but something that is happening, something that is active, okay? Again, whether a person or something that is active, that is happening at this moment, that is blocking progress in this situation, that is perhaps blocking you with the Two of Swords from, I'm hearing, moving forward, from keeping the peace. It's blocking. There's a blocking energy here. You see it very clearly. There is an entity, let's just call it an entity here, that is a problem, that is interfering, that is getting in the way of to a relationship progressing. I'm hearing of somebody moving, or of whatever's trying to be made happen here. It's being blocked in some way. You see? All right, so that's what's going on. What's your biggest challenge? I would say your biggest challenge is that blockader, that Chariot. What is Capricorn's biggest challenge? Let's see. What is your biggest challenge, Capricorn? What is your biggest challenge this time around? There's a card there that is flipped, turned over. Where is it? Oh, I lost it. We have the Ace of Jugs. This is your biggest challenge, the Ace of Jugs. Okay, the Ace of Jugs is the Ace of Cups, guys. That's your biggest challenge, which I would say is just creating creating peace and harmony, wouldn't you say? The Ace of Cups. That's your biggest challenge. Your biggest challenge could also be your love life, a lover of some sort, reconciliation. I mean, or just being in this Ace of Cups, maintaining this Ace of Cups energy. Something that I'm noticing is that this Ace of Cups, it's not something that I'm noticing, but just in general, like the Ace of Cups is, I like to see all aces like a seed. So it's something we could say that needs to grow, right? This is something that needs to grow. That's your biggest challenge. And look, right at the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Swords. It's futile. You know, when something's futile, it's like no matter what you do, how much time, how much energy, no matter what you do, it's like it doesn't happen, it doesn't turn out. You see, there's something happening here, guys. There is something purposely with that Chariot that we saw, that blockader, that is interfering with your plans, with your goals. There is something for sure here, guys, that is interfering. For many of you, that's an actual person that is in some way or another with what it is that they're saying, what it is that they're doing. I mean, that is very like counterintuitive, okay? The Seven of Swords is futile. Ace of Cups. At this moment. So for many of you, you could be trying, you know, perhaps to reconcile, make a situation better with a particular person, and it's like you can't this month, this time around, okay, I should say, it's proving to be futile. Like, okay, no matter what I do or how I go about it, you know, I don't seem to be producing the results of, okay, it is that I want, or based on what it is that I'm doing, I should be, you know, doing this, or this should be happening, but it's not. And that's because we saw it at the very beginning, there is a blocking energy. And that doesn't, again, it doesn't have to be a particular person, but there is something, guys, whether something you're doing, something another person is doing, that is, well, is a problem, is an issue, it's a block, it's interfering. All right, let's take a look at the past. Looking at the past could give us insight into, you know, how it is that we got here, or it could just illuminate something for you. We have the Ace of Hubcaps. This is the Ace of Pentacles. And then we have the Five of Hubcaps, and it's the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so here we in the recent past in general, we have an opportunity. We have another seed, guys. So you see already something that I'm noticing is that this is, we could say, like another seed. So this is something that you guys are trying to make happen, okay? This is something that needs developing. With the Five of Hubcaps, Five of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles right next to it, it's almost saying like the conditions are not favorable. There's a sense of worry here of like, okay, how, for example, is this going to happen? How is this going to turn out? So there's a sense of worry already here in the recent past in general. That's like a red flag that's saying, gosh, you know, is this possible? There's just a worry here about how something is going to be developing and moving forward. Again, my job or this relationship, I don't know. Think about this as well, like symbolically as like a seed. Okay, there's a seed, and that's the hubcap, this Five of Pentacles. And then this Five of Pentacles is the soil around it, which is not in any, we could say, condition to nurture. I'm hearing this seed here to allow it to grow. So you see, this already says the conditions are not the most favorable. That condition, guys, could be the environment, okay? Could the environment that you're in could be. It's just, we could say, a negative influence here, guys. A negative influence of some sort. 5 of Pentacles and then the Ace of Pentacles in the recent past. Can you give me one more card, Holy Spirit? I'm going to try to narrow it down a little bit more, but this is a public reading, a collective reading, which says that there's so many of you that are listening to this reading. So it's almost like impossible to narrow it down to something and have it all resonate with each and every one of you. As long as you resonate with the energy, guys. What does that mean? Like an energy, as long as you know how something feels, how something's working, you can use that and apply it to your particular situation, and it will resonate with like a bunch of you. Let's get one card. Let's see. 5 of Hubcaps. We have the Strength card. This is the 9 of Wands. This is the 9 of Wands. And it says Strength. All right, so with the 9 of Wands, guys, it talks about something being difficult. I feel like many of you knew this. You know this. This 9 of Wands says that I feel like there is an awareness here of how, difficult this is or could be. But there is, there's still a desire, a feeling here to stick it through. When you get into something from the get-go, well, might be a long shot, maybe not. It's not going to be easy, but I am willing to stick it through. I'm willing to work through this, and I know it's going to be hard with the 9 of Wands. Let's take a look at the present moment. Let's take a look at the present moment. What's going on right now? We have the Spirit of Rebellion. This is the Hillbilly Tarot, guys. Okay, the Spirit of Rebellion. We have Courage. And then we have the Ace of Knives, which is the Ace of Swords. What is the Spirit of Rebellion? I'm not sure what card this is. But, okay, I'm not sure what card this is, but just what it says, it says Spirit of Rebellion. And then we have the 7 of Wands, and it says Courage. And then Ace of Swords. Okay, so I feel like in the present moment, somebody is saying, you know what? Somebody's rebelling here. I'm getting like super uncomfortable. We have the 3 of Wands, and then we have the 3 of Swords, and then we have the 7 of Swords. Goodness gracious, guys, I'm telling you, there's like something here, guys, that I feel like something was bad from the get-go, is what it feels like. Something is bad from the get-go. In the past, there's already red flags, right? But somebody say, no, I'm going to stick it through. But it already looks bad, right? It's like when somebody chooses to still continue doing something when everything is telling them like it's going to fail, or it's not going to happen this way. And they're just like still like, no, I want to, continue with this. And in the present moment, I feel like that feeling there is even more magnified, right? I feel like things are not going exactly in the way that somebody is picturing. And I feel like it's for sure angering them. And notice from the beginning, guys, that there is somebody blocking. There is some sort of negative interference. And with the Spirit of Rebellion, I feel like somebody is like getting angry. And it's almost like all of everything that is working against them, is almost like it's fueling them, and they're like digging in their heels even more, and they're feeling like at the present moment, perhaps this is you, Capricorn, you're feeling like you're being overthrown in some way, like being pushed off. I'm hearing yeah, like you're being pushed off, you're being overthrown, which just means it's like you're being weakened in some way. And I feel like this is you feeling that and saying like, no, I'm gonna push even harder. But this Three of Swords here, this Three of Wands, I'm sorry. The Three of Wands talks about how future developments, things coming in, what you can expect. We have the Three of Swords and then the Seven of Swords. We saw this from the beginning. Remember that what is futile? It's like there is something here, guys, this time around that you're just like, sticking your guns to, like you don't want to give up on it or whatever it is. But it's like because of the negative interference, because of the blockader energy, it's like you're not going to be allowed to pass. I'm hearing you're not going to be allowed to pass. Doesn't mean you're not, I'm hearing, going to be able to get through, but just this time around, if you could think about it, think about the blockader that we saw in the seven in the Chariot card. Think about it like think about that car that's in the back. I'm seeing that as you're driving up and there's this car there, right? And this is you, this is the other car, and you go this way and then it goes that way. So you're going to be there a little while, right? Until you're able to just, like, I don't know, some way get through, right? So we find ourselves, it seems like, if you could think about it symbolically like that, you find yourself in that moment right now where you are getting closer to this car that's ahead of you. I'm hearing who's had the lead, the upper hand in some way. And, well, you're not going to get past it easily. So you're going to have to maneuver your way around it. You might have to go back and forth several times until, you some way, somehow you outsmart it or do something and get over it. So Three of Swords and the Seven of Swords, you see, it's like disappointed because it's futile. It's like it's futile right now. Any effort, like I'm going to do this, you're trying to do it, it's again, there's something working against you. So if there's any advice that I can give you, first and foremost, there's a need to figure out, identify where the blockage is coming from. That's first and foremost. Some of you might already know what that is, and maybe that's happening now with this Ace of Swords, like you're realizing that now. Again, as you get closer and closer, I'm seeing that car getting closer to this one that's here. I'm hearing for many of you, that's kind of like what's happening here. With this Ace of Swords, you're gaining this awareness, I'm hearing, of what is working against you, what has been working against you. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, something for many of you has just not been... this is about work. I feel like you have failed perhaps to meet your goals. There's something there that it seems like you're unable, I'm hearing, to jump over it. There's like this barrier there and you're wondering, like, what is this in your relationship, in your romantic life? This is going to manifest as a relationship that is not, I'm hearing, growing, and you're wondering why, if you're doing all this. It's like, what is happening? There's something negatively influencing, interfering. Let's see. What can you expect to be developing as this continues to move forward in the coming days, in the coming weeks? We have this is the Knight of Swords. This is the Knight of Swords. Something that stands out to me in this Knight of Swords is that the Knight has donkeys. So I feel like what you can expect is things to be moving slowly in whatever this is. Again, we saw a lot of aces. So to me, this is just something that is in the process of developing. So what this to me says is, Knight of Swords is just saying you can expect like slow progress, but steady, okay? Because it's the Knight of Swords. It's an energy that is fast, is very quick moving. So to pair it with a donkey, you know, I'm reading this as you wanting things to move very quickly. You're wanting things to move very quickly, but it's like you're not getting I'm hearing the quick the quick progress that you would like, but it's progress nonetheless. This donkey here, you see, it's this donkey in the Knight of Swords. Again, the Knight of Swords is associated with quick movement, fast. And again, the donkeys to me just tell me like, okay, this is something that I want to be, you know, moving forward quicker than what it is. Like, and this could also be you, like, you know, rushing it. There's somebody here. We saw that throughout the entire thing. Like, you're just pushing, and there's this pushback. But I don't think that what you're doing is in vain, okay? Do not think that. The Three of Swords is here. It just says that it's futile in the present moment. Futile in the sense of you're not going to get the results it is that you want immediately because of the resistance it is that you're faced with. I mean, but resistance, all you have to do is push back on it, push back, and I'm hearing it, and there's like so many things I want to say right now, and it just got jumbled up inside my stomach. It felt kind of weird. I see you just pushing back. So if you can imagine, that creates delays, right? That creates major delays. That creates major frustration as well. Should I get these? No. And well, we saw the Three of Swords at the very bottom of the deck. It's like you're upset, you're disappointed, okay? But if I can tell you anything, it's not that it's not that you're doing the wrong thing. It's just that there's something working against you. Okay, one more card. How is this going to be developing and moving forward with my dear Capricorn? Slowly. We have the Spirit of Tradition. Okay, and like, I believe this is the High Priestess, if I'm not mistaken, but what's standing out to me is just the way that this card looks. It's kind of like gloomy, right? Like things are starting to clear up a bit. Doesn't it look like that? The Spirit of Tradition. I feel like what has been working against you, my dear Capricorn, you know what it is the lack of clarity it is that you have. But you see how things are clearing up? All that fog is clearing up. That's what's making you that's what's slowing you down for many of you. That's the energy that's working against you, okay? There's a lack of clarity here that is like setting you back, pushing back. For many of you, this is, at this time, with this being the High Priestess, you're having to trust your intuition. You're having to trust your intuition. So just allow at the present moment your intuition, because when you lack that clarity, guys, and you could be lacking clarity again for each and every one of you, why this lack of clarity, why it's there, it's for several different reasons, but it's still the same thing. It's not knowing, okay? It's not knowing. So when you can't see anything, you need to trust your intuition to guide you, your own higher self. So if you do that, I feel like it could really strengthen you. It could definitely strengthen you guys. So what does that mean? No matter what things look like, what things appear like, as long as you trust your gut feeling, I feel like it's a very good place to start with at the present moment, okay? because it's going to be guiding you in the right way. It's going to give you an advantage. Okay, let's see. So things are going to be clearing up, okay? So that's good. You see it here. Let's see. Future, what can my dear Capricorn expect? What can my dear Capricorn expect? All right, we have the King of Kings, Jesus. This is the King of Cups, I believe. This is the King of Cups. There's this truth, guys. Yeah. There's this truth that you're discovering. You see how everything is clearing up, and then what comes up is Jesus. It looks like Jesus to me. Is the King of Kings, the King of Cups. There could be a Cancer, a Scorpio, a Pisces of significance for many of you. Maybe a Queen of Hillbilly TV. This is the Queen of Pentacles for many of you. And then we have conflict, and then we have cruelty. I'm telling you all of this, guys. There's something hidden here, guys. Oh, for sure. Look. There's something hidden. That's what's working against you. That's the thing, guys. Something that you do not know. For many of you, this is connected to a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn. Look at it. Ooh, there it is. There it is. There it is. And we have the Nine of Swords, cruelty, and then we have conflict, which is what? It's the Five of Wands. This is what you can expect, guys. There's going to be some sort of fight here. There's going to be a fight, guys. A conflict of some sort when something is revealed, guys. You're going to be able to see this clearly. For many of you, I'm seeing this King of Kings as you being put through something, like you being put through something unpleasant. Right, because I'm thinking about Jesus and like him being crucified. So it's like it's a sacrifice here that was made, and we could kind of see that the entire situation, right, that we have here. It's like you're sacrificing something. You're sacrificing a lot. It seems like throughout this whole thing, and it's like you don't. It's like you don't know that there's something oppressing you. It feels like. And then it all comes out here. In the end, it all comes out. But you see, this Knight of Swords here tells me that despite the progress being slow with these donkeys here, it's progress nonetheless. So it's getting you there. Yes, you got here. I'm hearing to this conclusion here a little bit slowly. Okay, but it's okay. What matters is that you got there. Okay, and now things are clearing up. I'm hearing you made it through, and that's because there's somebody here, guys, that didn't give up. Because listen, this entire thing from the beginning, guys, past, present, that we've seen, it's cruel, isn't it? Because it's discouraging. It brings you sorrow. It disappoints you emotionally. It's not something pleasant. And who knows how else this has been negatively impacting you. And I'm hearing you could have just given up. You could give up right now. You could have given up in the past, but you stayed consistent, and still I'm hearing that was your intuition telling you, you know what, just keep going, just push through this. And I see somebody doing that throughout this entire thing. They're pushing through. And well, if you imagine if there's somebody blocking, there's somebody opposing, there's something, a force here pushing back on you, it's to, I'm hearing, eliminate you completely. It's to get you out of the way. It's to completely block you. Excuse me. With the Chariot, it's, you know, all of this, what's done is being done so that, I'm hearing you stay back there, right? In that car that we saw in the blockader, so that you stay back there and you're not allowed, I'm hearing, to move forward. So in a sense, it's like trying to take you out, right? But throughout the whole thing, what did we see? We saw somebody determined. Oh, in the past, gosh, something really did not grow there at all. You planted the seed. How disappointing is that, guys? Incredibly discouraging. In the past, Ace of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles, gosh, that's incredibly discouraging there. Like, gosh, that just didn't bear fruit, you know? And, well, gosh, that in itself could have just made somebody just give up and, I don't know, crawl under a rock or something. And in the present moment, what did we see? We saw somebody rebelling. Remember, somebody's like, you know, you get angry. I can see that, right? When something's not working out in the way that you want, and you're trying very hard, and then still something's pushing back on you. Absolutely, it's frustrating. But I feel like you, my dear Capricorn, somebody here has definitely used that to their advantage, and it transmuted, I'm hearing, those angry energies and applied them in a way to help them, I'm hearing, fight back. And that's when we get to the present moment. It's like, woo, it's like it becomes clear. What becomes clear? Maybe it's just why it is that happened, you know, why it is that happened. That could be just the clarity that you get. Oh, this is why it happened. I'm hearing crucified, which is what? I was made to go through an unpleasant situation so that it can break me, you know, in a way, right? And it was very cruel. And well, this Five of Pentacles is representative of competition. So for many of you, this is somebody, perhaps if it's an individual, somebody, I feel like it's a person, guys. It's, yeah, working against you here. If somebody at work, for sure, a romance, a lover, other, I don't know, something here connected to that as well. It's a competition. That's the Five of Wands. It's a competitive energy. Something working against you, something trying to debilitate you, trying to disarm you, we could say. And they did so by being incredibly cruel. And it's like you're seeing that. You're going to be able to see that. There's definitely some mean, cruel behavior here that took place, underhandedness. And I do feel like someone like went overboard with this conflict in this Nine of Wands. And for many of you, this involves a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn. And again, this is just you seeing very clearly, as well as being healed, guys, you know, because I feel like this is really going to show you your strength, your power. And as well as I feel like whoever, you know, this King of Cups is here, it's like they really, for the most part, you know, conducted themselves in a good way, because it's like everything's working against you, but you still find the strength to be civil, or to be, you know, to not allow the situation to turn you into like this monster or something. It's what we have here, right? Somebody that didn't allow themselves to be consumed by the toxicity, the darkness, the cruelty, right? Beautiful energy, guys. Beautiful energy. Being illuminated here, as well as gaining a whole lot of wisdom through this experience, being illuminated, as well as being almost instantaneously healed, seeing very clearly. You see that blue is really standing out, which has to do with the throat chakra, communication. I feel like it's going to be very clear as well. That's what you can expect, guys. And here at the bottom of the deck, we have the Sun card. So for many of you, this is a reconciliation. I feel like many of you are going to be so happy that you didn't give up. I'm hearing on something or on someone. You see that? The Sun card, and then the Strength card, the Nine of Wands. And then finally, look, that's where we have the growth, guys. I'm hearing once you have that knowledge, right? What did I say was working against you? What you didn't know, this lack of clarity, this thing I'm hearing, that parasite, we could call it, right? Because what are parasites? Parasites go by undetected, and they affect you. They create blockages for sure. And it's the Six of Swords, and it says knowledge. Oh my God, it's the Six of Swords, guys. Knowledge. You see? The Six of Swords is like you're you're able to just move away from all of this because you have a certain knowledge, a certain understanding. It's all so clear, and it's a very light energy to have because you're just able, I'm hearing, to drop all the heaviness, all the burden, and peacefully, I'm hearing, move on. And I do feel like at this moment, it's like you're being weighed down. And look, this is where the growth happens. That's the Empress, guys. That's when it happens. So we could see this entire thing as there's been stunt growth, but there's been growth nonetheless. It's kind of like a dwarf, okay? Yeah, when I think about a dwarf, I think about something that was stunt. You see how they're so short, but it's fully developed. It's fully developed, a dwarf. They're incredibly gifted, and they can do they're incredibly gifted, but it's like it was stunt. But regardless that it's small and it was stunt, the growth was stunt, it's fully developed and capable. So that's kind of like what I'm saying here. The Empress, the growth, there's immense growth happening here, guys. It's all coming fully developing here. The Sun card I'm seeing as just, being illuminated, having this great clarity over yourself, your life, over what's happening, those dynamics there. But most importantly, what I see from this Sun card is just being happy. There's two people here being incredibly happy. And with the Nine of Wands, I feel like being just so happy about not giving up. I'm so happy I didn't give up. All right. Closing message. Let's get it from here, and here. The Animal Power deck. Let's start with this one, okay? Capricorn, if you want to book a reading with me, you can do so by going to the link down below in the description box. It's going to take you to Votre, Voyage, Tarot.com, where you could book a private reading with me. Okay, we have the Elephant, move beyond obstacles. Hello, have you been listening? Move beyond obstacles. This is reminding me of Ganesha, the Hindi god of removal of obstacles. So that's you guys. For many of you, this is just for one, I feel like you're there, whatever obstacles are in your way at the present moment, okay, whatever's been obstructing you in the way, it's going to be removed. We see that for sure. So trust that, okay? Eliminate distraction. Eliminate distraction. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of things, guys, that are very distracting around you, which means what? Which means that it could take you away from like the truth, okay? When I think about this elephant, when I think about the elephant itself, I think about the brain, I think about your intelligence, I think about memory as well. So all of that is of significance, you see, like, being attentive, being aware. I feel like all of this is teaching you, right? That because we saw that Hermit there, which says that I feel like you're going to gain a lot from this situation. And the way that what you're going to gain, I feel like, is just this higher perspective that is going to allow you this clarity of mind to be able to process and understand with, better clarity what is and what's going on in your life. We have Snail, lean into true intimacy. Lean into true intimacy. Well, I feel like this now is like what things have felt like, things have been very, very, very slow moving. But with this lean into true intimacy, I feel like it has helped you get in touch with a particular part of yourself, perhaps that made you feel very vulnerable. So, I mean, don't think that this situation here was all negative. There's a lot of good that has come from this, okay? Lean into true intimacy. Let's put this back. There's a card here left behind. It says, Frog, take a leap. Now let's get a card from the Self-Care Wisdom cards. And then we're going to take a card from the Butterfly Effect. All right, let's see. My dear Capricorn, closing message for my dear Capricorn. Did I give you guys my closing message? I'm not sure. We have action, baby steps. Hello. Yeah, it's spelled like baby steps, right? Baby steps are still steps and they're better than standing still. Hello. Yep. It's what I was telling you about with the donkey that I saw there. It's like, yeah, it's a little bit slower, but you're still making progress, guys. Still. Baby steps are still steps and they're better than standing still. I'm getting that some of you, there's like a baby, or maybe you when you were a baby, like you didn't crawl or you didn't. It's like there's a stage there that was skipped or something. Action. Yep. Oh my God, does that goes. Baby steps are still steps and they're better than staying still. Yep. But we see you making it. Oh my goodness. We see you getting there. Self-worth. Why settle for crumbs when you deserve a whole meal? Decision. Sometimes the best decision is no decision at all. Optimism. If you're going to make up stories in your head about people and circumstances, please make them love stories with happy endings. Optimism. So you see, I feel like this is like about a relationship in your life, or if not, again, a relationship, something, okay, in your life that through this unpleasant, okay, experience has created a lot of doubt within you. Like, for example, am I supposed to be here? Am I doing the right thing? Or are we supposed to be together? Is this meant to be? And it says optimism. Stay optimistic. If you're going to make up stories in your head about people and circumstances, please make them stories with happy endings. And that's what we have here. We have a happy ending. Self-worth. Why settle for crumbs when you deserve a whole meal? All right, let's see. Let's get a final message from the butterfly effect. My dear Cappy, let's see. Capricorn. Goodness. Wow. Well, let me just say I'm proud of you, okay? Whoever's watching me right now, like I am, I'm proud of you. No, you see that? I had this deck. Gosh, I'm so disappointed. I take really good care of my decks. I'm going to have to find a way to fix that. That's water damage. You see that? Let me show you. You see that there? It's like, I was watering my plant the other day and didn't realize that some water had fallen over to the table, and this deck was there. So it got a little bit wet. Secrecy. Hello. Yep. Doesn't that go with what I told you? Secrecy and challenge. What did I say? Your challenge, okay? What is slowing you down? What is working against you is that which you do not know, okay? Secrecy. There's a situation or a person that's not what it appears to be, but you will slowly start to uncover things that have been kept secret. Pay close attention to your surroundings. That wraps the whole damn thing up. There's a situation or a person that's not what it appears to be, but you will slowly start to uncover things that have been kept secret. Pay close attention to your surroundings. I think this is going to be your the title to your reading, like secrecy. It's way too long, so I'm going to have to find a way to shorten the sentence here. There's a situation, that secrecy, a person that's not what they appear, but you will slowly start to uncover things that have been kept secret. And then it says challenge. Be proud of all that you've lived through and always find the good in the bad. You have the power to rise up to the challenge and build your own doors for opportunities to knock on. This is what I have for you, my dear Cappy. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading for you. As always, truly, it was an honor and my pleasure. You guys take care, okay? Bye-bye.